Seattle-Tacoma City Finals. Let's get started with saying, again, sticking with the theme, I know it's crazy to say this. I know it's crazy. But I actually liked this episode as an episode better than I did the qualifying Seattle-Tacoma episode. I know how crazy that is. And you're like thinking, but there's no finishers in this episode. But is it the episode to blame? I think as an episode, as just interesting as it is, I don't hate the past lightning bolts, or hate the floating monkey bars, or hate Northwest Passage for being so difficult. I don't hate any of these things. I kind of enjoy, I'm not saying I enjoy seeing all these great ninjas get wet. Believe me, if I had my way, Jesse Graff would hit a buzzer. If I had my way, Sean Bryan would. And if I had my way, potentially all these ninjas would hit a buzzer. I don't know. Obviously not all of them, but I have my way, And remember how in Oklahoma City Finals I talked all about it, the producers don't look at what ifs. They don't look at what if this obstacle is super difficult and takes out half the field. Lightning bolts. They don't look at it that way. They're just assuming that if everybody gets to that obstacle, we need to make it difficult. That's what they look at. They don't look at it, well, let's think about this obstacle. But what if 10 people fall there? Then we need to make this obstacle easier. We gotta make this one harder. I'm sure they weren't assuming big names like Lance Pekus, Jake Murray, Leaf Sunningbird, Bart Cloverman, Megan Martin all falling on the lightning bolts. Obviously they didn't. Or they wouldn't make this such a difficult course. Obviously. So you can't blame them. Or can you? Sorry. Here's my bottom line. This episode was filmed after Baltimore City Finals. And for all you guys thinking that this is a Seattle-Tacoma Finals review, it's actually a Baltimore Finals review. Because I went there. So I know that chronological order, Seattle was filmed after Baltimore. After. Meaning, everything that went down in this episode, all the obstacles, all the competitors knew, or at least had the potential to know, what went down in Baltimore. Okay? And so this is where I really get interesting. Is why did the producers think for 1 second we're going to go back to difficult courses after we just had an abomination of what, only 22 ninjas falling on the same obstacle at the same point of the obstacle. Instead of making it a guaranteed finisher, make a course that you guarantee that at least you'll get, honestly at this point after Baltimore, I'm sure everybody would be happy with just getting 10 clears, even more. Just any buzzer would be so happy after seeing not even one person getting past Angry Birds. Again, as far as Baltimore, I don't think the producers you have to blame. They obviously apologize. It's obviously their fault. It's not like the ninjas' fault. To me, they should have, got rid of the whole grab section and changed it completely to get rid of it. Or something like that. Tweak it and have them all rerun their runs. But I guess they just took ownership and was like, I'm sorry, it's a disaster. Because they really just messed up. And the episode overall, Baltimore City Finals, was not terrible. It was not a terrible episode. I liked all the ninjas in it. I liked the thing what I like about the episode is actually, and great props to the editors, they edited it to make it seem, they need to tell a story. They kind of had to make it unique, because they can't just show one ninja after another, after another, falling on the lightning bolt. They just can't do it. That wouldn't work. It would be the most boring episode ever. Instead, they made it actually one of the most fun episodes. Not fun to see all these fails. Okay. I'm so happy we went for the Baltimore qualifying and not the finals. Because being there, it's boring. It would be boring. Because, the whole night, it might be cool, for, the first half of the episode, for the first half of the taping, to be like, I can't wait for someone to break through. And as soon as someone would break through, it would be one of the coolest episodes, similar to, Venice a few years ago, when, nobody could get through Cannonball Alley, and then Cannonball broke through. But in an episode where nobody broke through, can you imagine seeing one Cannonball Alley after another? Can you imagine Kevin Bull didn't do that impossible thing? Can you imagine one obstacle being what could have potentially been impossible? They even had to show a tester. That's crazy. And as soon as I saw a tester, I was like, why would they show a tester for only one reason and one reason only? No one could do it. No one could do it. That's what I knew. As soon as you can't show a tester and be like, you can't make a history-making moment as in showing a tester try the Angry Birds and have it not such a historical moment. How do you not? How do you not? So it's kind of like, okay, so, but I will give it credit. I will give some credit to the editing, and that's why I don't really hate this episode, because they made somewhat of sort of a storyline within editing. Because it's a show. Obviously they want to have something to root for, something to look out for, besides just seeing one ninja after another fail in the Angry Birds. And that's make it sort of a race to the Angry Birds. Because I think the producers knew, if you were going to try to make it just an episode to see who can finish the Angry Birds, it would be one of the worst episodes I've ever seen, because you're building up to this big suspenseful moment, and it never happens. It would be like a movie, really bad movie. It would be like a movie, because they could have easily have, the editors could have easily made it in a way where the storyline was to see if anybody could do it. That would be one of the worst episodes I've ever seen. If you just had one ninja after another fail and fail and fail. Instead they made an editing as it's less of who's going to conquer it. Who's going to conquer it first. But who's going to get there first. As in the fastest. Which made the episode so much better, because after the tester, I was like, I probably knew that nobody was really going to get through it. But that wasn't why I kept watching and stuff. I kept watching because of the element of who's gonna get there first, or fastest, sorry. Who's gonna get there in the too fast time. That puts suspense in Lucas's reality. Nadia Richardson, Dave Kavanaugh, and Jamie Ron's run. Jamie Ron's run. Now, it's two parts to this. It's who can get there the fastest to get to the power tower. That's plot point. Again, I'm in quotations. It's not like a movie. They can't control how the ninjas finish and stuff, but they can edit in a way that could go like a storyline. So anyways, part one of the plot is to see who can get the two fast times. Again, also interesting, because it also put in number 2 is to see who can get in the top 12. Because 22 ninjas got there. only 11. Yes, 11, because Alyssa Beard. Or actually 12, because Dave Kavanaugh too. Only 12 can move on, so... Sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, wait. 12... Wait, sorry. 12, 13, 14. No, because look, you got the top 12 plus Dave Kavanaugh, 13, and Alyssa Beard, 14. So actually... Sorry. That was my mistake. So actually, that'll leave you with 6, 7, 8 ninjas can't move on. So that creates an interesting part B to the storyline. It's not even a subplot line. Again, movie terminology. It's not a subplot line. It's more of a side, more of a storyline to the who can get there in the two fast. That really brought suspense in Jamie Ron's run. And that was actually so that brought suspense to not just Jamie Ron's run, but all the fast forward segments. Because once you fast forward ninjas, it's never like I'm sure they do whatever. Their run's not important, but actually it really is, because they still kept that race element because whether you're racing to get in the top 12 or you're racing to get in the power tower, the whole episode was built around a race to the 8th obstacle. And so one of those suspenseful things is with Jamie Ron's run, that was the only run, and I know it was showing no progress, but that actually gave me hope, okay? Because they usually show mid-progress runs to runs who do really good. So I was like, thinking, they're showing Jamie Ron's run, one of the last runs in the episode, right? They're showing him mid-progress, and if he falls on the 8th obstacle, why would they show him mid-progress? I don't know. I do know. Well, after watching, I do know, but I actually thought it was like, I have hope that he's going to break through. But then they said that he wasn't going fast enough. And this was actually one of the most suspenseful runs I've ever seen on the show. Because I didn't really get any, it was really interesting because, it could have went one or two ways. It could have been like he broke through and got the number 1 spot, where he could just miss Vegas. And so it was one of those things where it's not like a low-profile ninja where it's like, oh, if he doesn't make it, he doesn't make it. No, it was one of the most high-profile ninjas out there in Jamie Ron. So it was one of the things where it's like, I feel like he could break through. And if he breaks through, I don't care if he gets through, Kane Lane or not, because this would be remarkable if he could break through. And just watching that run was just so suspenseful, because it's like you want Jamie to hurry up, but also you want him to save his energy so he can try to get through. And so this might have been one of the most suspenseful, edge of your seat moments of the show's history, but of this season. And it's coming from an episode that many people are saying they hated. And as watching it, as far as the actual people on the Angry Birds itself, it sucks. Kane Lane's an awesome obstacle. I'm just sitting there. It's like, I want to see Kane Lane. Because of how good it was in Indianapolis. And to think, Kane Lane's one of the toughest 9th obstacles. On top of this, already proven to be almost undefeated obstacle. So anyways, Jamie Ron getting up to there. And what even makes it more suspenseful is he missed out by a second. By like 2 seconds. And that was just as suspenseful. Sorry. And it was just like, you just see it, and you just are like, go. But once he gets there, you just want him to rest. And you're at the edge of your seat, your heart's pounding, you're like, I think he's gonna do it. And based on the editing, immediately I was like, he's gonna do it. Because I was like, oh no, they spoiled the only run. Because most people wouldn't think that the mid-progress run didn't mean anything. He could fall anywhere for all they knew. But for me, I knew they really only would show mid-progress runs if they genuinely did really good. So I was like, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome. I'm sad that they kind of spoiled it, but I'm so happy for Jamie. He's going to do awesome. He's going to get through it. That's going to be cool. He's going to break through. You know, I was like almost a little bit mad that like they spoiled it, because it's like, if only they showed his full run, maybe I would be a little bit suspicious about the Angry Birds. Okay, well, it's fine. I'm just still happy that he's going to get through it. Doesn't get through it. I gasped. When he fell, there was only Najee and Dave Kavanaugh left, and I was like, he's not making it. There's no one making it. Because Najee, I mean, Najee's a good competitor, but like, I mean, I feel like almost as soon as Joe fell, I was kind of like, there's no hope. But then I was like, oh, Lucas Reality, he's a young puck. I'm sure he can maybe do it. And Lucas Reality fell. And Alyssa Beard, I'm sorry, Alyssa, but no, you felt it. And then Jamie Ron, mid-progress, which is kind of makes him like an odd sheep, where it's like in the house, where it's like I get like Mike Solenzi was also mid-run, but like didn't think much of him. But then you got, you know, one of the last runs, Jamie Ron, he didn't get shown in qualifying, and just everything pointed to him finishing. And I'm actually not mad that they were shown mid-progress, because that really deceived me. And I'm totally happy with that. Like, do more of that all deceiving thing. So personally, I was fine with it. More into the episode. Najee Richardson. He was like next after that. And he was actually shown the same segment as Jamie Ron. I guess maybe to deceive some people. Yeah, but he was also a little bit hard to watch, because like he missed out on the second fastest time by so much. But at the same time, they were like, oh no, you missed Lucas Reality's time by a second, by like a millisecond. But it's like Lucas Reality ran after Najee. So it's like, what's even the point? Like, that's also what you should do. If you're gonna do a race, show them in the order that they ran. It's like saying we're gonna show a race, but we're gonna edit it in a really, I mean, it ended up being suspenseful. For it's like, is he gonna get him when he misses out? But that wasn't better. That wasn't that good. I thought they could have done better with that. I would have liked to see Lucas's run, because it made Najee look bad. That's what you gotta realize. The bottom line is, it made Najee look bad that he missed out on the fastest time, or the fastest time to that point by like by like 0.2 of a second, and like it made him look bad, as opposed to showing him after Lucas or before Lucas, when he actually did run before Lucas. That would have been better. But another thing about the other thing is, like, Najee ran before Joe. So yeah. The editing was like a little bit wacky, but at the same time, the editing had to be all over the place to make it just such an interesting episode. So yeah, to me, I know a lot of people clicked on this video. It's like, oh wait, Seattle finals one, and I was like, I was thinking before I was gonna do this, and I was like, are we gonna do it the order they aired it or the order that they filmed it? Well, it was gonna be weird to do a Seattle episode, especially talking about how difficult the course was after this. So yeah, I was gonna. But one more thing that I'm actually am gonna rant about, as far as the Angry Birds are concerned. This season they love the blind catches, and they used it in Snapback. They used it in Fallout. Sort of has a blind catch, sort of. And then Leaps of Faith was like the most difficult part of Leaps of Faith was the blind grab. So it's like, and then it took out like Kevin Bull, Adam Rail, sort of Hunter Gerard, because he decided to skip it, and a few other names. So it's like you're taking the most difficult part of an episode of a city that's stationary. And when you say, what if it's flips and flops and turns either way? What if it's basically not stationary? And it's like, you still would have gotten Plus, I still would have think you would only have gotten like 3 or 5 clears, even if that whole section wasn't there, because Cane Lane is difficult as heck. It took out 9 competitors in Indianapolis, and that field had, Brian Arnold and Travis Rose and Jesse LeBrecq. So think about how many. I obviously more ninjas could clear that, but and then even just getting rid of the blind grab, it still took out a few ninjas, and who knows if they even without the blind grab they could do the last. Remember, the blind grab wasn't even the end of the episode. There was still 2 more moves needed to be done. So who knows if the blind grab wasn't there, if still everybody would get through it. And I think my money would be no, not everybody would get it. So this episode for me was the episode was good, but the results were just you wanted more because yeah, it was bad. I'm glad Cane Lane had its fair share in Vegas, but what about its fair share in the city competition? You want that too. So it is what it is. Stay tuned for more videos coming right at you.